What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sky Back. So I'm going to be sharing my weekly analysis or what I think the market will do this coming week, which is August 1st to the 5th. What I expect from the market. So before I even proceed, I would really appreciate if you guys would subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content. Also like the video. It would really support the channel. And yeah, I've also created a Telegram group. You can join it. I'll leave the link in the description. You can check it out. Otherwise, let's get to it. So this is what I expect from the week from the three pairs that I trade. As you all know, CHFJPY, EURUSD, and USDCHF. So with CHFJPY, as we can see, we approached a higher time frame supply zone a few days ago, last week. Tapped into it just at the beginning, and the price literally melted from there. Started dropping aggressively, as we can see. So this is from the 4H. That's our daily supply that we marked, our major level. So we have approached this level of consolidation where the market pushed up, but it does not fit my criteria because it does not break any structure. So therefore I would not look for any buys here. I'm anticipating price to actually take out this low and fill up this whole imbalance here, and then I'll preferably look for buys in here in this level. Yes, yeah, otherwise that's for the coming week. So I'm expecting price to drop all the way from here up to this level and then buy from there. But if things do change, we start pushing up, as I said, you react, you don't predict, then anticipate price to just continue pushing up and maybe take out this high. That's when I can look for buys. When this level become valid for me, and I'll most likely look for buys or in the demand zone that will be created here if price does not take out this low. But overall, I'm waiting for price to drop until this level, then buy from there. Anticipate some 4H reversals. But for now, considering the 4H, we're bearish. You can see we're bearish. Our most recent 4H swing leg is this one, which broke structure right here. You can see we broke structure right here. Right there. Yes. Right there. Yeah. And so our most recent 4H swing leg is this one right here, from this high. You can see the Fibonacci from this high to this low, and it seems like price is retracing. I don't consider this as a high. This is just a supply zone, but it's still not valid because it's in our premium. It's not in our premium zones. Yeah, so I consider this not as a structure but just as a supply zone. Yes, so when I'm marking out my swing leg, I consider structure to high or low, not supply zone to high or low. Then in the structure within, that's when now I look for my demand and supply zones in my premium or discount zones, depending on whether I'm buying and selling. So in this most recent 4H swing leg, our premium zones, since we want to sell, are from here to there, this whole space. And so I would go to the lower time frame, maybe starting from the 1H, and look for my valid supply zones. If you don't know how to mark out supply zones, you can research, or I can make a video on that if you would like. Yes, so there are certain criteria that you have to meet to mark out valid supply zones or demand zones, or in other words, order blocks. Yes, so my first order block that I always mark out is my extreme order block. So for the extreme order block, it doesn't need to have any imbalances or anything. I just need to mark out the extreme end from the top or bottom. In this case, we're selling, so from the top, which is here, to where the imbalance ends, or where, if there are no imbalance, where the liquidity ends. So here, as you can see, we have an Asia high. that was not taken out. This is an Asia high. The indicator, you can see this whole range here is the Asia range, so this is the Asia high. So I ended the supply zone here, so that when price takes out the Asia high, which will liquidate into our POI, we can now sell off. Yes, then the second one, we found it on the 15-minute. As you can see, it's in almost in the mid Asia range. You can see it's this 15-minute POI. There's imbalance here, so we can fill up this imbalance into the POI. You can see this is our order block. So that's the second one, second supply zone on the 4H. Then our third one is just right here. As you can see, this is where our premium zones even end. This is the 61.8 retracement. It ends here, and we can see this is a high, 15-minute high, and the imbalance ends right here. We can see there's an imbalance right here, and there's liquidity, there's this liquidity, there's that liquidity, there's that high, so, and then imbalance to fill. So if price approaches this level, we can look for valid sales with confirmation, 15-minute confirmation, then 1-minute confirmation. I look for double confirmation, yes, when I'm selling in my higher time frame or buying in my higher time frame points of interest. So that's for CHFJPY. I'm anticipating price to retrace to those levels and maybe look for some intraday setups at London Open on the 15-minute, but that's not specifically for these videos. If you want me to explain how I look for my intraday moves, you can simply comment. Otherwise, I'm expecting price to approach these levels and sell off and continue selling off until, as we said, this major level here. Yes, that's where I anticipate some 4H reversals and target the highs of the 4H. Yes, so that's for CHFJPY. Then for USDCHF, as we can see, USDCHF, so as usual, start on the 4H daily. Okay, so for USDCHF, we've been bearish since here, and we're now in a demand zone that took out this high right here. Yes, our daily major level, and also I was anticipating some buys. If you remember, I had 3 zones. This was a whole zone, then I refined it into 3 zones. So the first zone almost worked, but eventually failed, got a loss and a break even. The second level, no confirmation was given, so I've just eliminated it. In the most extreme level, we've got a reaction and we got our confirmation, but the timing of the confirmation was not that perfect. Yeah, so as we can see, price approached this demand zone. On the 15 minutes, we're making lower lows and lower highs. You can see 15-minute is moving like that. Then we formed a change of character right there. Yes, you can see my very amazing drawings. So we formed a change of character on the 15-minute. Then I marked out my demand zone, which formed the change of character. As you can see, this 15-minute POI. Yes, and I waited for price to approach the level to look for my last confirmation, which is on the 1 minute now. So this happened around 18 hours. I'm using the time zone 2 hours ahead of GMT, so that's around 18:15. That's when price approached my demand zone and gave me the 1 minute confirmation, which is the same pattern here. The change of character on the down, it's just on the 1 minute. So that happened around 18, but price approached my limits around 22. So that was very late. The market was closing, it was about to close in just about 40 minutes. So I decided to not enter the trade because it does not fit my plan to enter at such a late time, especially considering the fact that the market was even about to close. I couldn't risk gaps and stuff. But either way, I still didn't even want to trade before August, so this trade was not a trade I was going to take either way. So I just set it up on TradingView just to see how it would play out, and I also generate it because it already fit the plan of my strategy but not my risk management plan. So it's still a trade I should take, but according to my risk management plan, I'm not supposed to take it. So it fits the criteria of the strategy but not my risk management. Therefore, I just marked it out on TradingView. Yes, but I did not take the trade on my accounts, any of my accounts. Yeah, and so we'll see how it will play out. But if the market opens, we take out this low, wow, and then we form a change of character on the 1 minute while still being in the 15-minute POI, then I'll consider that as a confirmation and I'll take the buy. Again, I'll set my limits and I'll target the 4H highs. So as we can see, this is the 4H high, this one right here. Let me show you because I'm anticipating reversals now, not continuations. On the dollar, so you can see this is the most recent 4H high. You can see the 4H was forming lower lows and lower highs. You can see the 4H. So this is the most recent high, this one right here, and we can see these are our premium zones, but I'm not looking for sales, so the premium zones don't even matter. I'm anticipating price to eventually take out the high, yeah, to form a reversal on the 4H. So price will move all the way up here, and yeah, if this trade plays out well, it's a potential for 1 to 40 something 1 to 40 trade, which is super crazy. Yeah, but I'm not seeing the trade, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, anyway, we'll see how that will go. But if we take out this low, you see this low, we take it out, then I'm anticipating price to drop to our other demand zone, which is right here, our other major level right here. And so I'm expecting price to fill up this whole imbalance here. There are no any valid zones, and you can see there's an imbalance right there. So I'm expecting price to drop all the way here if we take out this low, but that's not my anticipation. Although you can see we've been very bearish, forming bearish structure, but we'll see. We react, we don't predict. But if price changes character, I'm anticipating it to continue buying until this major level here. If we take out this low, this will become my new major level. But if we don't take out the low, we continue buying. I anticipate 4H sales in here. Yes, but as for now, we're just working with the current market momentum. Yes, so that's for USDCHF. Then EURUSD. So for EURUSD, it's been pretty crazy. Okay, so for EURUSD on the 4H, go on the 4H as usual. Okay, so for EURUSD on the 4H, we can see that we're looking like we're in a consolidation. But as for me, I don't really pay attention to if the market is consolidating or not. I still follow the structure that's in the consolidation. Yes, so because some of my trades, especially on EURUSD, in fact only on EURUSD, happen, the best one of the best trades actually happen in consolidations. But anyway, that doesn't even matter anymore. But still more, even in this consolidation, we can still notice some structure in the 4H. So you can see the 4H was pushing bearish here. You can see form bearish structure. Then we took out the high, forming a change of character. So I anticipated price to return to my demand zone and give me confirmation to buy, but price just left me and took off and took out the high again right here, forming a BOS now. So price retraced back to our demand zone right there, although this is very choppy, you can't really see anything clearly, but you can see that price returned to the demand zone. Let me go on the 15 minutes since we've seen the 4H is bullish. Yes, you can see On price checking the change of character here on the 4H, I look for price to return to this demand zone, which price went from that high, return to the demand zone, gave me confirmation, but price did not retrace to give me it retraced for the 1 minute, gave me confirmation again, but it did not retrace for the entry. One of the reasons why I seek double confirmation is because I perceive it's more safer. And again, if you trade smart money and order blocks and stuff, have you ever noticed something like this? Price is going in your way, so you see there's a most recent break of structure and you mark your most recent demand zone. So you wait for, since you're a patient trader, you wait for price to return there, gives you your confirmation, boom, it will get your change of character. Then price comes back, triggers you in and goes. Right before price maybe moves in your direction a bit, it returns back almost near to your entry level, or exactly pinpoint at your entry level, then takes off just like that and takes out your high that you're looking to buy to take your profits after taking you out at break even. Because at this moment when price reaches somewhere here, you'd have already said break even, so maybe you would have taken partials, but either way it's still painful due to the fact that price did not take out your stop loss, it just took out your entry and went in your direction. So that's why I usually look for double confirmation, because this is usually price coming to mitigate previous order blocks. So that's why I look for double confirmation. So the first confirmation is a mitigation of this higher time frame order block. Then price gives you your change of character. The second confirmation is when price enters back here. Here you would have already entered because you already got your first confirmation. And so when price comes back, it will take you out at break even, unless, I don't know, you don't set break even or something, but most people set break even, and that's what used to happen to me. So that's usually for higher time frame setups. That's why I make sure I look for the last mitigation on the 1 minute, and that's when price takes off. So most of the time when I get my confirmation on the 1 minute, if price were to return back to my entry level, I'm most likely getting stopped out. There's never been a situation, I know it's still possible, but it's now rare, whereby price would return back to my point of interest after I've already entered, coming back near my entry, taking me out and then going in my direction. These days it rarely happens because I look for the last mitigation and enter from the last mitigation. Although I do miss some trades, as usual, everything comes with its pros and cons, so I still do miss some trades, especially this month. I've not yet entered August, so especially this month I've missed quite a number of trades. Even this same one here, price gave me 15-minute confirmation. I marked out my order block, price returned to that order block, tapped into it, gave me the 1 minute confirmation, but never retraced to my entry level. And so if I entered directly off the 15 minutes, I would have capitalized on this trade. But you just have to follow your plan. Yeah, so that's how it is. You need to know the pros and cons of what you're doing so that you don't get emotionally affected a lot, because that has happened a lot this month. Price would give me 15-minute confirmation, retrace to the 15-minute POI, 1 minute confirmation, but not retrace back to my 1 minute entry level. It happened a lot this month. Played around with my psychology, but you know what, I just decided to stay strong. Yeah, trading is really crazy, we all know that. Yeah, anyway, back to the analysis. So price took out this high, formed a new high on the 4H, returned to our demand zone on Friday again, gave us it hasn't yet given us any confirmation, because I'm looking for the 15-minute change of character, and our most recent 15-minute high is here, very close to our target. So it's a very interesting setup. So if price takes out this high, I'll call it a change of character. But if in the process price also takes out this high right here, then it will form a new 4H range, of which I have to mark out a new demand zone, where I'll look for 15 minutes confirmation again. But if we take out this high without taking out this high, and then price retraces back to this demand zone that it will form here, then I'll look for 1 minute confirmation and target this high now. Yeah, so that's how it is. It's very simple, very simple. You just work with ranges and changes of character in the demand zone and supply zones that form those ranges, and you're done. Very simple step-by-step strategy. And maybe also account for liquidity in some cases so that you don't be the liquidity. We've all heard that saying, if you can't see the liquidity, then you're the liquidity, or blah 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 blah. Yeah, anyway, very very simple. Otherwise, that's for EURUSD. And where I'm looking for my reversal points, where I can look for 4H reversals, is very simple. I'm expecting price to take out this high, fill up this whole imbalance here, and look for my reversals in that zone. Yeah, or if price fails that zone, looking for sales in this extreme zone. Yes, if that extreme zone is taken out, of which I think is very very unlikely, we can sell off from here. Yeah, but most likely we'll sell off from either of these two levels in the coming week if price manages to pick up enough volatility and reach this level. Yeah, but if price starts heading lower, start forming lower low structure, the 4H turns bearish, then I'll look for price to reach this demand zone. Yes, we marked it in the beginning. I can't really go back to the past. As you guys can see, I'm using a phone. It would be really really stressful to go back to the past. Really need a PC. Yeah, so I need to pass that problem challenge and get myself a PC. Yeah, so anyway, if price starts forming bearish structure on the 4H, then I'll anticipate reversals from here. But for now, I'm looking forward to price still going bullish and reversing from either of these two levels. That's on EURUSD. Otherwise, we can also expect a reaction from here, but it does not fit my criteria. As usual, follow your plan, backtest your plan, and find out how it works, the most high probability setups and all that. Yeah, and otherwise, overall, the euro against the US dollar has been bearish long term, so we're looking forward to price continuously taking out lows on EURUSD on the higher time frames. Price is continuously taking out the lows. So we're just following that, and since the higher time frame demand zones form larger moves, we can still trade counter trend to the higher time frames, looking forward to those smaller moves. You just need to know your targets. Yeah, you need to have reasonable targets. Just because price is in a higher time frame point of view doesn't mean price will literally just reverse all the way, just reverse all the way going up there without any fundamental backup or anything. No, you just capitalize on a small move. It's a small move on the higher time frame, but yeah, that's how it works. So that's for EURUSD. We'll see how things will go next week. Yeah, so the account I'll be trading is the prop firm account. If you remember, I bought the 5k my forex. What the hell? This is a freaking demo. Yes, so as you can see, yeah, the $5,000 my forex funds account, I purchased it. You can see there. Yeah, otherwise, this is the account I'll be trading. I'm still on phase 1. Looking forward to passing phase 1 and going to phase 2, and eventually getting the live account and get our first payout so that we can be risk free and potentially get a PC, because yeah, it's really crazy trading on the phone. Yeah, otherwise, guys, trading very very beneficial. I'd like if you join me. If you're not yet trading, research on it. But as you know, as we all know, all things worth having are not easy to acquire. So trading is one of the hardest things you ever do. I guarantee it will be one of the hardest things you ever try and learn. So it's a crazy field, but very very beneficial. So I recommend you check out forex trading. If you don't know exactly what it is, try and do some research on it. But otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate a subscribe again. I've created a Telegram group. You can join it. I'll be sending my analysis live, my the trades I'm taking in there live. Yeah, and all other stuff. So the links will be in the description. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Really appreciate. See you next week or tomorrow. What? Yeah. Anyway, peace.